All right, welcome to this live class. My name is Alan from SET English, and we are all stars. So my school is basically a premium provider of OET. We are trained to deliver the exam. I've been teaching OET for a long time, probably 6 years, maybe more. So I think I know a lot about OET at this stage. As I said, my name is Alan from SET English. Can you guys, if you're watching this, say hello? Because I would like to interact with you guys today. If you're watching on YouTube, you can type in the chat and I'll be trying to read your comments. Okay. For example, I can already see someone called Favor Mercy. So it's nice to have you here. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Favor. Guys, if you can all say hello on the chat, it would be really great to get some interactions. And the reason is our school, SET English, we are a specialist OET school and we do 4 hours of live Zoom classes every day. And everything is interactive. So I'm used to talking to my students. I don't like to just speak and they listen. I really would love it today if you guys tell me the answers. Okay? I'm not going to do the exam. You are. You try, if it's possible, to type into the chat the answers to some of the questions. All right. So that's very easy. All you need to do is just say, well, let's start by just saying hello. So we've got lots of people saying hello. I'll return the favor. Sani, Syra, guys, tell me where you're from as well. So hello, guys. We've got Mona, we've got Isaac, we've got Ruth, we've got Mariam. I don't know, is that our Mariam from SET? We've got Kakailwa. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Guys, tell me where you're from as well, if that's okay. I'm from Manchester in the UK. So why don't you tell me where you guys are from? Just to be clear, before I start, I just want you to understand that I can see and I am looking at, oops, I am looking at all of your comments. Okay, so again, I see you, right? And this class can be an interactive experience. I know you can't hear me. Usually I teach in Zoom and I can speak to my students, but we can do something today. We can learn and we can interact. Okay. So you can see here, Mona's from Egypt. Hello, Mona from Egypt. We have Mercy, who's in the UK. She's that's fantastic. We've got Alice from Zambia. We've got Swaziland, Pakistan, Ghana. Ah, one of my best friend's mother is from Ghana. Hello, Syra. Um, you're residing in Ireland, Favor Mercy. Okay, and we've got a Syrian here. Fantastic. We've got a Syrian in our school, actually, sir. So very nice. And Pakistan. Someone is saying that the listening is the most challenging part ever. So, guys, let's start this class. I agree. I agree that what I'm going to teach today, this part of the exam, is extremely challenging. This is what Samet says. My thoughts are that listening is the most challenging. And Samet, I think you will agree probably that part C, guys, part C is really, really tough. And if you think that I'm going to, in a short online class, make you suddenly become amazing at part C, I'm sorry. This class is not going to suddenly, of course, make you very, very good at OET Listening Part C. But what I can do today, I think, is teach you about this. How do you know when the answers are coming? Okay. One of the big problems with listening Part C is just getting lost. How do we know when the answers are coming? So that's what I want to talk about today, guys. All right. How do you know when the answer is coming? This is my Word document. This is Part C listening today. Now, what I want to do, this class will be about 30 minutes, and we'll start off by talking about what I call signposting. And then we're going to look at the structure, question structure. Okay. I think these two things can help us. Okay, guys, these two things can help us if we understand these things. I'll say again, will it make you suddenly become amazing at Part C? Of course not. If you're really serious about improving your listening, you need to join a school, get some help, all right? My name is Alan. I work for a school called SET English. So let me just show you that now, guys. SET English. I'm going to quickly show you. Oops, this is the wrong one. This is our study portal. SET English is a specialist OET school. And if you want listening, come and study listening with us. Actually, we have a Black Friday sale today, so it's 20% off. But if you're a nurse, we do listening classes every day. Every day there's a listening class. If you only want listening, I recommend this. This is in yellow. You can choose here only listening classes. Okay. You can have 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. If you want some one-to-one with me, you can add that in as well. Okay. So let's be serious. If you want to improve listening part C, a YouTube video that's 30 minutes long is not going to be magically changing your skills. However, I really do believe strongly that if we can understand these two things, you can really, really start to improve your score. Okay. So I'm going to be asking you guys questions in this class. I hope you're all ready. Question number one is, what is signposting? Can anyone tell me on YouTube, if you are watching, what is signposting in part C? Okay. Does anyone know? It's quite easy, really. Quite easy. But I would love you guys to type in the chat and I'll respond to your messages. So if anyone has any ideas on this, you can tell me. What is signposting? Can anyone here tell me the answer? I'll wait for your answers, guys. Okay. What is it? What is signposting? You can type here. What do we mean by this? Malek, hello. What is signposting in part C? If no one knows, I will show you, don't worry. Favor says direction. Words which can guide us through where we are. Yes, you guys know, don't you? A lot of people watching this, they will know this already. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to copy paste. Look. Direction. Yeah. Sort of shows you the direction, doesn't it? And it guides us. I agree. So thank you, Favor, and thank you, Karukful. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Karukful. Guys, let me show you an example. This is actually very easy. Okay, so can I show you an example of this? Very, very simple. All right. In OET, when you are doing a monologue listening, okay, so monologue means only one person is speaking, you're going to have something called signposts. Let me show you. Okay. So here we have on the left questions, of course. Here are some OET Listening Part C questions. And on the right, we have, what is this, guys? Can anyone tell me? What is on the right? What do we call this in English? It begins with T or S. There's two words. You could call this you can type in the chat, guys, if you know this. What's this called? It's called the transcript, or it's called just anyone want to type in the chat? Well, of course, it's called the script. Okay, the script. So this is what you will hear. You will listen to this, right? So how do I know when we change from question 37 to 38? Answer, of course, signposting words. There are some words here that will tell me the question has changed. Okay, so the word must be unique, right? This is not a signpost, of course. Can anyone here tell me what is a good signpost word here? What am I listening for? Okay, remember, Everything is about Dr. Gardner, so it's not this. Can anyone tell me what word will will signpost a change in topic here? Can anyone tell me? Just type it in the chat if you think you know. What word in this question is going to signpost a change in topic? I'm sure you guys know. Um, what do we think, guys? Type in the chat. And thank you, Mehmet and Favor, for your very responsive words before. Type in the chat, guys. What's the word, specifically the word here, that's going to tell me, okay, I changed from this one to this one. It's not Dr. Gardner, as I said already. It's not that. It's not of course. It's not about. It's not make. What is that word? Admission to hospital. I think this is right. Does everyone agree? Thank you. Who said that? That was Mehmet. Thank you. Typical admission. And lots of people. Thank you, guys. I can see your answers now. Okay. So it's obviously this. All right. Now, do they say that in the text? Do they say this in the text? Can anyone see hospital admission? I'm sure you all can see this. It's here. Okay. So this is what we call a signpost. And you will hear this in the presentation. Okay. How many people are speaking in the presentation in OET? If you hear a presentation, how many people? Type in the chat, please, guys. How many people will speak? Of course, the answer is just one. Okay, just one person will speak. So it's very easy to get lost. How do we know that we're changing? Answer, that person, Keith Gardner, will give you a sort of signpost word, right? It's a signpost. A signpost will tell you that you're changing questions. Now, I don't think this is that complicated, actually. Okay? I think you can all understand that this is a signpost. And this is the audio script, okay? So OET are going to signpost, to signal, to give you the signs of the changing of questions. That can help a little bit with Part C, okay? So remember today, we're talking about question is, how do I know when the answer is coming, right? Well, one solution to this is signposts. But I don't think this is that complicated. I think you guys probably, and many of you already know this. Okay. So remember at the start of class, I said actually there are two things. There's two things I want to teach today. Signposting, yes. Okay. Listen for the signpost words. Probably a lot of people know this already, but I think this is more interesting and more maybe useful for you guys. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about question structure. Question structure. So listening, part C, question structure. Can anyone here tell me how long, how long is each audio clip in OET? I'll put this here. How long is each audio clip in OET listening part C? There are two, guys, right? There are two, right? We know there are two audios, but how long is each one? Type in the chat box. Just roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect answer. It's not always the same. I know it changes, but just in general, what are we thinking? Are we thinking 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 50 minutes? Okay, Mehmet, thank you. Good answer. And Sonia, I'm afraid it's longer than 2 minutes, guys. Again, type in the chat box if you know how long, okay? The answer here, I'm sorry, Emmet is correct here. I'm sorry, Mehmet, sorry, who may be one of our students. I recognize that name. And Sonia, I'm sorry, this one is not correct, okay? It's about 5 minutes usually, guys. It's about 5 minutes. Okay, next question. How many questions are there for each clip? Does that make sense? I'll put it here. So the answer here is 5 mins approx. Question 2. How many questions are there in each audio clip? Right? So I'm asking how many of these? How many? 1, 2, 3, right? How many in total of these question types are there in each audio clip? Can anyone tell me? Yeah, it's 6, isn't it? It's 6. Oh, someone's saying 8. It's not 8. Thank goodness it's not 8. You might be thinking of favor, you might be thinking of reading. Okay, in reading. It's 6. So you guys know this. Thank you. Well done. Sonia, I'm sorry, not 7. And not 8. Okay. So it's 12 in total. I'm saying in each. Okay. So the answer is, of course, guys, 6. So well done, George. Thank you, sir. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. I don't know if that's a man or a woman. Thank you. Nurse, this person, 6. Sonia here, Mehmet. And yes, great answer. Okay. Why is this important? Why am I asking? Well, if you think about this now, right? So we know now that each audio is about 5 minutes long, and we know that there are 6 questions. Okay. So that means we can now say, how long is each question approximately? Okay, not exactly. I know that sometimes it's going to be longer, sometimes it'll be shorter. I'm saying in general, if you've got 5 minutes, right, and you got 6 questions, how long is each audio clip? What do you guys think? How many seconds? Just do the simple maths, right? The answer is, oops, I can't do a good line here. I'm gonna try again. There we go. The answer is each question is about approximately, I don't know, 50 seconds. Okay, 50 seconds. So let's think about what's going to happen inside that 50 seconds. Does that make sense? I think this can really help you to get the answers if you understand. Guys, let's understand the structure. Again, I'm going to be talking in general here, okay? But 99% of the questions, let's understand the structure of each question. The structure, okay? What does that mean, guys? Can anyone type into the chat? If you're watching, again, please, if you're enjoying this class, if you like this, I would love it if you can hit the like button, if you can share this with your friends, and also please answer me. Type the answer, okay? So just feel free to type in comments into the chat. It would really help me, okay? So let's understand the structure of each question. The question now is, what does that mean, structure? Can anyone type that in the chat? Again, please share this video, hit the like button. My name is Alan from SET English. If you want to study with SET English, we do 4 hours of classes every day. We actually have a Black Friday discount at the moment if you're interested. What does structure mean? Who can tell me in the chat? I want you guys to tell me. Structure. You tell me. Meaning of. Yes, sir. Someone's saying meaning of. What is the meaning of a structure? Anyone want to type it into YouTube? I'm happy to keep talking. As I wait, again, I'll talk about SET. We are a specialist OET school. We're very, very good. Go and check our Google reviews. We do 4 hours of live Zoom classes every day. All of the classes are recorded. We give you a full 3-hour mock test. We give you letter grading. We give you so many things. Okay, any answers to this? Sonia, nice try. Structure built. Yeah, so Sonia's saying the built, or the build, Sonia, you could say, the crux or the message. Not exactly, guys. Nice try. Sonia may be okay here. Sadaf, not really the crux or message. Maybe you could say the build, Sonia, the way it is built. Is that what you mean? How it is built? How it is built. Yeah, that's a good answer. Anyone else? What does structure mean? Because I'm going to reveal this to you now, but I want you to understand what is he talking about? Okay, some different answers. So I'm just going to say, guys, look, structure is the organization, okay, or how it is built. So this is the key point now, guys. Inside the 50 seconds, what is the first thing you will hear? What happens first? Does anyone know? Inside this 50 seconds, what happens first? It's a very difficult question to think about. But I suppose what I'm saying is, do they immediately give you the answer? In OET Listening Part C, will they immediately give you the answer? Ah, well, I don't mean, I mean inside the question, Sonia. So we already started the exam, okay? We started the exam. We're listening, okay? 50 seconds. Each question is 50 seconds. Question one, 50 seconds. Question two, 50 seconds. Question three, like that, okay? Inside that time, what's happening first? They don't give you the answer. Someone says a short introduction, okay? Someone says background. Nice. Thank you for answering me, guys. These are the answers I'm getting, guys. I would say favor. It's something like a short introduction, isn't it? It's something like this. It's something like a background, sir. Yeah. I'm going to call this, guys. I call this in my classes, I call it this. Preamble. Does anyone know what that means? Preamble. The preamble, it's just they're talking in general, right? They will speak in general about the topic. They are not answering. They are not beginning to answer. Okay, this is the key point. It's just a general speech about the topic. Background, someone said, or introduction. There's always a preamble period in each question, guys. Okay, what's next? What do they do next? After they have given us some preamble speak, this, and we don't know how long this is. This could be, this might be 10 seconds, might be 3 seconds. Not usually. It's usually about 10, 8, 10 seconds, something like that. But it can be 3 seconds, can be very short sometimes, but there's always going to be a preamble. Okay. Inside the preamble, here you will here you will get the signpost, right? You will hear the signpost in the preamble. They're not answering the question yet. I want to make this clear, guys. They are not answering the question, right? What comes next, though? This is what I want from you guys. You guys tell me what comes next, please. Favor, you guys are not understanding favor, right? I'm saying when after this, guys, after this has finished, so after 90 seconds, finished, then the question is starting, right, guys? Inside the question, favor, inside this question here will be about 50 seconds long. It's going to be about, now, inside that, we're going to have a preamble. Then, right, 50 seconds. Then what's next? What is next? Can anyone tell me? Min is saying explanation of the key points. Yeah. Conversation. Yeah. These are good answers. But come on. Have you guys done the test before? Does anyone know what happens? Let me tell you. Okay, guys. They will discuss an option or they will mention an option. Okay? Maybe, for example, guys, maybe they will mention option C, right? Maybe option C is mentioned here. Maybe B, maybe A. We don't know what it'll be. But they're going to mention one of the options. Okay? One of the options. You will hear words from one option. Okay? And then they will mention another option, right? I think you can understand what I'm saying now. And then they will mention another option. Now, they don't always mention all three, okay? I'm not saying that in every question they will always mention all three, but what I am saying is very often they mention all three. It will be two or three options. I hope that's clear for you guys, okay? They're going to mention all the options usually, or they will mention one of the options. What do I mean by mention? Favor. You've been very responsive here. What does mention mean? Anyone, guys? Mention. Mention. Type it in the chat if you can tell me what the word mention means. Okay. I'm going to put a little definition here because I think we need one. Okay. What does Alan mean by mention? Mention? Anyone in YouTube can tell me what mention means. What does that mean, mention? I'm going to put this here. This mention means anyone? What does mention mean? Maybe I should have used a different, more clearer word. Anyone tell me? I'll tell you in a second, but I would love you guys, if you want to tell me, to specify, not quite to illustrate, to say. Yeah, thank you. Who said that? Favor, well done. Achama, well done. It's to say, talk about. Let's say talk about, okay? All right, so this is the structure. This is the organization of each question. Does this make sense, guys? Right? This is the question organization. Usually they will mention each option and you will have a preamble here. The preamble you will hear a signpost telling you, oh, we're changing question now. Okay. They're going to mention each option. Only one of the options will be correct, but they will talk about each one. Does that make sense? They will talk about it. So, last thing, I suppose, is want to say this can be useful, right? Because I want to ask you one. This is the key question, important question. What do you think about when you are listening? Maybe you think, maybe that's what you think about. But if you're good at OET Listening Part C, what are you focusing on, right? So when I say think, I mean focus on. What do we focus on when you are listening? Can you type in the chat, guys? I would love you to tell me. What do we think about? What do we focus on? Okay. When listening, right? We know we have the preamble, then we have option one, then we have option two, like that. What am I thinking about as this is happening? What am I thinking about? Also, maybe what am I reading, right? What am I reading? Can anyone tell me? Type in the chat. What are we doing in each of these stages? Anyone want to tell me? You're thinking, answer the question. Well, this is my point. Do I think about the question or do I think about the answer options? Which one? Question or answer options? That is an important point. And I'm going to have to finish this class very, very soon, guys. I'm really sorry, but we've come to the end of the class. I have so many more things I want to say. Um, I'll just give you one final tip, okay? Um, Final tip, okay? Think about the question in the preamble. Here, question, 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 right? Read the question here. Think about the question. When the person begins to answer that question, you're going to move, you're going to look at, you're going to read and think about the options. Does that make sense? Preamble, question only. When they begin to answer that, move and start to think, read the options and thinking about options, listening options in the blue, in the green, question only. Okay. Now, I wish I could say more. My name is Alan from SET English. We do 4 hours of live classes every day. We do listening every day. If you would like to join our school, please check out setenglish.com. We are a great little school and we are specialist teachers, so we know a lot about OET. If you'd like to join us, I'll put the email in the chat. And I hope it was useful today, guys. Let me just double check 123 at setenglish.com. Check us out, okay? We're a nice little school, great reviews, and yeah, I'll just share the screen and show you the final kind of point. This is my YouTube. This is our website. If you want to study with us, you have nurses, doctors, we have many different professions as well. Black Friday sale is 20%, so I strongly recommend until Friday, go and check this out. You can study with me, you can study with the specialist teachers. Also, if you're not sure, what do I want? What do I need? Click this button here. You can choose your professions. You can choose 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, and it will recommend a package. Okay. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. And I'm sorry I couldn't continue longer. Um, there's so much more to say about this, right, guys? There's so much more I can say about OET Listening Part C. It's all about focus. Where will your attention be in the preamble? Where will your attention be in, as they move to the options? Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely day, and I really appreciate you all interacting with me. My name's Alan from SET English. Check us out, setenglish.com.